See. Are we good? Oh, let's see. We back? Or are we getting screwed with a little bit over here? Uh-oh, I think we're good. Hold on. We good? Restream. I don't play these games, Restream. I don't play around like this. All right, team. So, again, we're back. All right, team. So we're about to get a lot of crazy shit happening through the rest of the week. How you got? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I think we're good now. All right, guys. That scared me. I don't know what happened either. But here it is. Everybody, this is a little bit of a public access stream over here. So make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. Run up those likes. Let's have some fun. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. I think there's a little bit of funny business going on with Restream, but let's have a good little rest of the day before Gabe and I hop on later. But we are in for some crazy shit happening this week. If you look at what's going on here, the gilts are selling off. So these are the 30-year essentially bonds that the United Kingdom is offering. So looking at this right here, and if you throw this on the 4-hour time frame, this is what a lot of people are looking for to basically signal an oh shit moment. Now, right here is where you saw a lot of where the UK was stepping in, the Bank of England buying the bonds, a little bit of quantitative easing. They shot the yields down. They rip it back up. Now, bond buying's over. So now if we start to see this move back up with these gilts, they're not really going to be able to stop it up here and these yields could go crazy. Then the pension funds get booty clapped. Then you have this over here. UK Prime Minister Liz Truss faces serious pressure to resign after failed budget. Uh-oh. UK Prime Minister Liz Truss is facing calls to resign from within her own Conservative Party just 6 weeks after entering Downing Street. Truss's economic policies in their reversals have ricocheted through the finance world, leaving the banks questioning the Prime Minister's future. One of the reasons for this is that if you look at exactly what she's done with the tax cut, which she essentially got elected for, that then became a really, really fucking terrible issue. She almost killed all of the pension funds. And now you're sitting in this situation where nobody trusts what she's doing because one, if you set a certain policy and then everything goes terrible and then you just are like, yeah, just kidding, I'm going to change it and do the exact opposite and actually do tax increases. That's not great. That doesn't give anybody any confidence. And then looking at this right here, the data that we have coming out through the rest of the week, it's not that crazy. You get a little bit of real estate data here. Again, you can still see some crazy nonsense coming out from the Fed speakers. You're going to get some housing data, beige book at 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Jobs report Thursday is going to be important, existing home sales. But what you're really looking for is earnings season. Earnings season is going to be icky. It's going to be volatile. So we're almost done with the banks. We had Bank of America this morning, Charles Schwab, BNY Mellon. We got Goldman before open tomorrow, which is going to be really important. Goldman is going to be a very interesting earnings report. Lockheed, Netflix after hours on Tuesday. They're already pricing in a shitload. Tessie after hours on Wednesday. And then Snap after close Thursday, which I am very interested in. Snap could be a fun one. But again, nothing too crazy or too market moving. Tesla, yes. Netflix, yes. But other than that, you can kind of get out of jail if you're looking at some of the earnings and how they're going to move the market. Now on SPY right now, uh-oh. Let's see. Done for the day. Only $43 of buying power left, unless it's dumped. And you buy 0 days, but that's probably not worth the stress. Dude, we slaughtered it on that morning stream, bro. Those Nancy's were good. I actually had Apple puts right here. So this is where I had, I think it was here. Right here's where I had some Apple puts. Almost got stopped here. Then it started to trickle down. I basically got out on this, one of these candles right here. Took a tiny gain, and then it just collapsed. And I was like, should have held that one. But I'm up like 3.36%, 3 or 4% on the day here. I mean, I will take that all day long. No thing. I'll just stack up my gains. Like, what's the deal? That's what we have to just stack them up, dude. What are we doing all that nonsense for? Trying to swing for home runs? What are we, stupid? Well, let's see here. All right, guys. Again, Engage with the video, hit that like button. We're going to be on here for a little while, and then you guys are going to see all those streams that we normally do again. But let's get it going, man. What's the dollar doing? The dollar's been snitching all day long. It's just death, 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 death. I mean, it's spiked here, but at open it was not. Oh wait, no, this is what we're looking at. No, no, right here. Bing, 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 dead. And then if you look at these yields too, the 10-year treasury is starting to head back up. So if you start to see the 10-year start to come up above 4, that's where things start to get a little interesting. 2-year could head up here as well, but I'm really watching the gilts. If the gilts start to head up like significantly, then you could see some issues in the market. But the whole entire thing is going to go crazy. Yes, some of us are stupid. Well, how about okay. So this is what we've been talking about a lot, like especially with trading. There's a 3 M's. Method, mindset, money management. We were talking about this on the night stream too, and a lot of people like to focus on method. They think that that's the most important part. Now, if you have a profitable system like 1348, obviously it's been studied. It's the most profitable EMA crossover with the rules that we add to it, the system, the algorithms, everything like that. The thing works. So then how do you make it work the best for you? Money management, risk management is the one of the most important parts. And then your mindset going into the trades. If you sit there and say, I'm just going to try and willy-nilly YOLO and try to hit these big, but you're going to blow up your account. It's not going to work. Roblox still going nuts. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is what I was worried about here. I know we were talking about that Roblox reversal this morning. I mean, I was looking for it on the 5-minute here. Hold on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Why are you being stupid? You know. All right, here we go. So Roblox, we were looking for that these couple of closing candles down below this 13. It never got it. And it just didn't look like it wanted to get that aggressive crack to the downside. It didn't make any sense. Just plain Jack. I'm not saying I'm stupid. I'm a 1340 member, but some are definitely stupid. No, I know. I'm just saying in terms of the mindset. I never thought I'd be watching UK gilts in your usual market health scanning, but here we are. I mean, again, that's the thing. Like, that's the main couple of things that I want you guys to take away from a lot of these streams. It's like nobody else is going to tell you what exactly to look at most of the time, and I'll just come in and be like, yeah, watch the gilts. Watch the gilts. The UK right now is probably the most important thing that people are just like, nah, it's fine. They're all paying attention to what Powell's doing and all that stuff, but you don't have that. Nobody's looking at that sleeper situation with the UK, and then Japan too, which is kind of the next thing that we'll talk about if the UK ends up resolving its nonsense. But Japan in their yield curve conversion and their currency purchases could be kind of nutty. But let's see. So we got Apple screwing around a little bit here. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, how you guys doing? You guys having a good day? You have a good weekend? I got back from a little trip. It's nice and fun. Got a lot of work done, and we have. I can't wait till I can unveil some of the other stuff that's coming for you guys. It's sweet. It is sweet. Let's see here. So, I mean, you got that support level on SPY here. I mean, honestly, at this point in the day too, I'm usually not trading a whole lot. There's not much going on. The main moves are really going to happen between like 9:30, like 9:40, and 11:30. That's probably the most trading that I do in that given time frame. Did anyone eat the chip? No. Up 3.93% on the portfolio. Ben, fuck yeah, buddy. There you go. What am I up right now? Let's see. What are we at? Yeah, same as before. 6 something? Because I have that random thing. Yeah, 3.36. That's solid, man. I mean, that's 3 days, that's almost 4 days of gains. If you're thinking about like aiming for that 1% a day, you're killing it, dude. And that's the thing. Once you see the power of compounding, you don't have to listen to any of these other idiots that are like, oh yeah, swing for this amount. No, what the fuck are you doing? Take your base hits and get out of the market. Go do something fun. That's what it's for. And nobody ate the chip, man. That would have been the chip. I'm not eating the chip. That's not happening. We saved the willy-nilly for Wednesday. There's no willy-nilly in Pepe. God. I can't believe you guys sometimes. Willy-nilly. No, bad. But here's what I would look for on the SPY here. That 365.86 level could be very interesting. We saw it blow through right here. It was tapping here earlier. We'll see. Do you think the Roblox news will be sold off 20%? Seems like overkill. Hmm, we'll see. I think depending on what happens with the market this week, you definitely can see a little bit of upside. But what have we seen with the SPY? If you look at this on like the hourly or even the daily, like looking at the SPY right here, makes a low, comes back up, makes a low, comes back up. The sellers haven't been able to follow through on these big moves down. Now, yes, off the CPI data, you saw that little overreaction. But remember, they really didn't follow through at open that on Thursday. It just got bought right back up. So you're waiting for a big piece of news to send the market in one direction or the other. And most likely, it's going to be the overall market reaction to earnings. That's how I see it right here. Like if you look at the SPY right here, I mean, you have RSI still below its moving average, but above 50. You have the MACD conflicting with RSI right here. And then the ADX is not really showing you a pretty strong trend. It's kind of no man's land right now. I probably wouldn't touch much. Dollar looks like it could slip down here a little bit. The gilts aren't really doing anything crazy. When I really start paying attention to the gilts is going to be when it breaks this high right here, 483, or basically 484, and then this level up here. That's going to be the key levels there on the gilts. Oh, you guys are killing it on the likes. I appreciate that, man. Woo! There we go. There we go. Yeah, but the Nvidia trade that I had this morning was filthy, dude. I mean, we were talking about Nvidia all morning in the pre-market stream, and then at open, it just got that juice. I took a little bit of it, scaled out, and then I did that little stop loss strategy that I've been talking to you guys about. That's just absolutely killer. Do you think some of this green is people shorting stocks? No. No. What this green could be is a little bit of a short covering rally off of the lows. And then they're waiting essentially to see the market consolidate before they then get back in. Because shorts across the board this year are making like they are up so much money. Like crazy money. Like the market could bounce, everything could start bouncing a shitload right now, and they'll just be like, whatever. Like they don't care. Green is letting the bears trap themselves. It could be. It could be. It depends on what happens with earnings. I mean, again, what were we saying on Friday after that UK news came out with the U-turn? It's bullish news in general for the market. Does the options market affect the price of the underlying asset? It depends, Quicken. So usually no. Since options are a derivative, they derive their price from an underlying asset, which if you're trading an option on something, they're deriving their price from something lower. You can, though, in very niche situations, you can see a lot of options start to come in, and then people start buying the stock based off of people like basically sweeps. Like if you're seeing like short-term to expiration sweeps come in, you can see prices move. And if they're big enough, they actually could cause a little bit of gamma. You're a hyperbull who has become somewhat bearish. Well, it doesn't make sense to be bullish on much. It really doesn't. Again, the thing that you're looking for to really start funneling money back into the market is the light at the end of the tunnel. What has changed? Really, nothing. It all they're still fucking around. We're gonna have higher rates. Real estate is going to tumble. You're gonna see the bond market freak out a little bit. And don't even get me started on Tina, bro. Like the whole restream. Don't you be doing that. Like it just doesn't like you're not in an environment that would help growth. Now, where is money going to go? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. It's like, okay, where's all this money going to go? There's so much volatility happening in the equity market. We were talking about this the other day where if you start to see continued volatility and it doesn't stop and things just go like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and you don't really see a nice clear trend, they're just going to fly into the bond market. They're just going to fly into the bond market. It would make sense for them to do so because one, the bond prices are so low right now, historically, and the yields are higher. So eventually, you're probably going to come back. What about Tina? Tina is the concept of there is no alternative. I don't think we found a bottom yet. No, I don't think we have either. So if you look at this, there's a specific zone that I'm watching for to see how strongly it's going to get defended, and it's this. It's the COVID zone. It's the peak before the pandemic crash. So it's like 338.50 to 340. Did I catch the SCHW puts from the day channel? No, but my algorithm did. The algos did, and they're killing it, dude. Um, but that's the zone that I'm really looking for. So you could bottom here. It's possible. It depends on when it happens, though. There's a time element to it. The reason why I say there's a time element to it is because it depends on where we're at in the tightening cycle. Okay, well, if we were to hit that level right now, I would still say we haven't bottomed because we still have to go higher in terms of the rates. We have to see what the data actually does. The labor market needs to soften. Inflation needs to actually start coming back down. The oil market needs to stop acting crazy. Russia and Ukraine need to stop fucking around. England needs to figure out its shit. Japan needs to, like, you see how there's so many things that are like, this isn't looking too good. That's kind of the issue that we see here. It's like, okay, if we can get to that light at the end of the tunnel area, then yeah, you can start biting off a little bit more. But if I were to go out and start buying things right now, it would be so small. So small. Let's see here again, guys. Keep hitting that like button on the stream. Oh, we're almost at 100. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that, everybody. So let's see what this market's doing right now. It's just kind of fucking around. If you guys have any other questions about macro stuff and trading too, that is mainly what we're all here to do, make money in the market. At the end of the day, when everybody's in the market here, I've said this before, but it's a zero-sum game. When you win, somebody else loses. DCA. Here's the problem with dollar cost averaging, Philip. Everybody is operating under the assumption that stocks will behave the same way after this move down in this time period that we're in that they have previously. I personally think that it's a much different situation. Why is that? Because everybody is looking at this situation as if it was just the last 2 years that fucked it all up. Now, if you actually know what this situation, why this is actually so bad, it's because it's a 10-year problem, 10, 12-year problem that's been just snowballing slowly. After 08, you were essentially in this nice little period of quantitative easing. You saw stocks rip. Everybody was buying dips. Everybody was having a great time. Real estate stocks, bonds were shit. You had to put your money in the stock market, and there was really nowhere else to go. Tina, there is no alternative. Well, what happens now? Well, we're finally going to get into a rising interest rate environment, which a lot of people have forgotten about. It's a problem since 1913. Yeah, that's fair too. I mean, you're right. It's longer than 08, but going back even further, the moral of the story is that people think about this as a situation that's just from the pandemic, and it's not. It's a longer drawn out issue that they now have to try and fix. Because here's the problem. If they half fix this problem and you go back into another period of like decreasing rates and a little bit more inflation, if they can't get everything under control, then we're going to be in this same situation now in like 5 or 10 years. What happens then? Oops, now we're back in this nonsense. So you're essentially, you need the Fed to get things under control, or you need these central banks to almost fully fix things, so that things can start operating normally again. Because there could be a time that people are buying the dips on stocks that are never going back up again. They're just not. And they just don't realize why they're not. It's because they're not going to be able to operate and function in these types of environments. The whole thing could switch a little bit. And you don't even have to make it that complicated either. You just can think about it in terms of a flow of money situation, supply and demand. If Tina was fully alive and well, which she was over the last 10 years, think about how portfolios are typically allocated. Okay, well, if you're going to see, let's say previously it was 60-40 equities and then stocks, but bonds weren't yielding anything, then there's just going to be more demand for equities because the risk reward profile makes more sense to go into stocks over bonds in fixed income. Now, if it's different, and let's just say you had X amount of dollars that are like investable, Well, then a portion of that then goes into the bond market and doesn't provide as much demand into the stock market. So you can't see those larger moves up over time across the board. You can see it concentrated though. That's why in my mind you have to pick your poison and be very careful with the stocks that you're going to be buying over the next 3 years. What is Tina? Tina is there is no alternative. So Ryan, make sure you're watching the videos, buddy, because we've talked about this a lot in the streams. I feel like we've talked about Tina a shitload. Like I'm almost tired of talking about Tina. Tina is the concept of there is no alternative, meaning that if you were to look at stocks and bonds were yielding nothing and had low risk, but there wasn't that much upside left in the bonds are not an alternative because you're not getting any the amount of return that you're going to get doesn't necessarily counteract the low risk profile that it has. Stocks, even though they may have high risk, the potential reward is higher. So it counteracts and makes people think, okay, well, then we could just go into the stock market. I'm fine with taking that risk because the alternative is going to get me zero, essentially. Now it's slightly different. You're getting into a slightly different spot where BAA is coming. Bonds are an alternative. BAAA. So really what this provides the opportunity for is just short-term, taking advantage of these short-term price fluctuations and the volatility that you see. That's why all the 1348 gang with us is just killing it all the time because it's like, all right, you learn the skills to make money and you're good to go. Sometimes I have no idea what SUV is talking about. If you guys have questions on it, make sure you guys let me know. That's what I'm here for. I want to make sure that you guys understand because this stuff's important. Retail investors most of the time aren't looking at this type of stuff. So having you guys in there listening to the streams that I do every day and the videos and stuff, I want you guys to be on the same page and smarter than everybody else. I've said this before, but when I look around Twitter sometimes and I see comments that people are making, I know that those are market participants and it makes me feel good that I'm trading against them because I know what they're going to do. I know exactly where they're going and what they're going to try and do. So if I'm trading against them and I know things and I'm looking at things that they are not, it gives me an edge in the market. Does that make sense? And that's what I think a lot of you guys are doing. You just may not realize it. I love the sentiment of short the VIX. It's a great name for the channel. Yeah, I mean, this year it kind of sucked, but yeah, it is. It is. What kind of spy puts do I have right now? I got nothing. I got nothing. I'll just trade the chart. Like most of the time I'm in and out, mostly cash by the end of the day. I think swinging right now is really risky unless you can make it free. Making it free is really, really where you want to be at if you want to hold some things overnight. Like technically today, I could have made my Nvidias free. I just wanted my money. I was like, give it to me. I don't want to fuck around with it. Using trailing stops if you have a bad habit of hanging on to your long positions. Okay, this is okay. I want that we're actually going to go through this right now. I'm going to make a video for this for the curriculum probably for you guys because a lot of people are doing this and some people aren't and this is a real cheat code. So here's what you do. And it has to do with playing into the psychological aspects of trading. Here's what you do. So you have a trade that let's say is up 10%. Okay. Let's say you have a couple contracts, you're good to go. This is what I do, and this is why it works so well. I scale out. So I'll sell some of the contracts at 10% in the green. Now I've locked in money. So now I have a buffer. If the trade goes against me, I've locked in a buffer. Even if I don't do what I'm about to say next, I still have a little bit more of a buffer where the trade can go red and I can still end up green. But here's what I do. If I'm up like, let's say 10%-ish, I always like getting more time on my contract, so it might take a little bit more. I like the safety aspect of it. But here's what I'll do. I'll put a stop loss at break even. So what does that do? I know I can't lose. I'm not losing on the trade. I'm not letting the green trade go red. So now you can almost sit back, take a little bit of a breath and say, okay, I won. Then it gives you a little bit more time. You look at the chart, then let's say that trade goes up to 15%, 20, 25, 30. What I'll do is I will slowly start to step that stop loss up on the remaining amount of the position. So I step it up again. Whew, good. I know I'm ending up green on the rest of this position. Oh, keeps going up. Oh, more green, more green, more green. And you just, so what I'll do is I'll just continually slowly step those stops up. What that allows me to do is I can literally turn my phone off, go away from the screen, and let the trade play out. Because most of the time your analysis is correct. Remember, method, mindset, money management. The method's going to give you a good trade. The mindset in money management is how you are going to fuck it up for yourself. So what I think of is, okay, how can I put myself in a position where I take no matter like any sort of emotional reaction that I could have out of it? And then I just let it go. SV, what up? What's up, Luke? Is there a reason why you're holding your AMD? Yeah, it's a long position and I just leave it there. At this point, it's not really worth it to sell. I'll just leave it. If it goes down more, it goes down more. Remember what our averages are probably similar and the percentage gains are probably similar now. I mean, my average is like 12, dude. I'll just leave it. Again, I don't need that money now. I can recap that portfolio. But like I told the private people like the dollar amount ish, not exactly, but the range that I was down on that thing. And like you guys see me sit here and I'm just like, all right, I don't need I'm not looking at the money now. I'm looking at what it could be in the future if I continue to play my cards right. With the new, yeah, we can do that, Miguel. And again, guys, if you do want to join us in there, the link is in the top of the live chat, but I'll put it in the chat for you guys too. If you guys do want to join, again, Pythagoras and Invictus, those are just absolute monsters, man. The predictive algorithms, and then Trader Joe trades the crosses by himself on the daily. He's nasty. And then the live streams, the curriculum, the community is amazing, and the things that we have coming for you guys over the next probably 3 weeks are in what I would say revolutionary. So make sure that you guys are ready and know the strategy before we do that because it's about to get fun. You don't understand why we don't post our trades? Because I personally, I've always thought this. I think copy trading is bullshit. I think it doesn't, no matter what you say about, oh, I can teach you how to, no, it doesn't teach you anything because we don't want you to use me or Gabe as a crutch. That's not what we want. Plus, you can't just say, hey, I'm buying this. That's like, that's a big no-no. We can recap them after we do it. And that's what I try to do a lot with you guys, explaining exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, because there are things that you guys are going to be able to see that I'm just not. Like if I see something on a different trade, I want you guys to be able to use the strategy on it, even if I'm not there to help you with it. You don't want to copy trades. I want to learn to fish. There you go. If you're thinking long-term 5 to 10 years, would you say we're in a buy zone now? No. Nope. Typically, okay, so this is the thing, like technically, yes. Like if we were being technical about it, I'm almost thinking in terms of like perfecting it almost. And I want the light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I want. Like that's what I want. I want the light at the end of the tunnel. New to this, you bought Wells Fargo puts that expire 4 days out. Let's take a look at this. We're gonna go through this a little bit here and just kind of take a look and see what Wells Fargo is giving us. So let's say here we're looking at the 4 hour on Wells Fargo. If you're planning on holding weeklies overnight, oh my God, no. What the fuck are you doing? Whoa. Right. Okay. So just looking at the chart right here, Wells Fargo, big double bottom, looks like it's ripping up to resistance right here at 4609. Can you get lucky and see a market knife day this week and be up a shitload on these puts? Yes. Is the risk reward there? No, it does not look like you're following any strategy right now, my man. That's risky. Plus, you're playing. You might be trying to hold weeklies overnight. I don't know about that. Can the market sell off? Yes, but here's the thing that you have to understand with trading. Remember the 3 M's: method, mindset, money management. Your method has to be something that you can repeat. Nothing about this chart really right here is screaming at me that you can replicate this move. If this were to go bing dead, you don't really have a good understanding as to why. You need to know why you're entering a trade, where you're right and where you're wrong before you do it every time. Post market close of the day, not in the middle of it. Oh, we could do that. How to find a stock for a day? Any screen setting? No. I don't use screeners. I have like a list of like 5 to 10 stocks that I'll trade. Sometimes I'll be looking more at oil just because of what the oil news is. Getting your market context too can give you a nice bias to where it's going to go. But again, at the end of the day, the chart's going to tell you where it's going to go. If you had no idea where, like, if on last Thursday, if you had no idea that CPI was coming out and you just traded the chart that day, you probably killed everybody. You just saw cross up, closing candle above the 200, boom, calls, you're making money. But everybody had the bias that CPI was bad, which it wasn't great, but and then everybody was still hunting those puts. Am I trading crypto? No, not right now. We can. I just all right. So remember the level we were talking about right here on SPY? This nice little support level. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, but again, Clinton, if you want to learn some more, man, make sure you hop in there with us. Our community is unbelievable. Like the people in there, it's amazing to see the new people that come in and the types of questions that they ask, and then how they grow over like a couple of week period. It's a very like it seems like a steep learning curve if you're new, but people catch it very quickly. You probably answered already, but do you think that the market is at the bottom and show us why or why not? I don't think so. And one of the main reasons for that is the same reason that I was saying the market didn't bottom. That the market didn't bottom when we were like ripping above 400, just because we're still going higher with rates. Nothing looks good. Wasn't you that contacted you to trade? No, Diamond Dave. It was not me. I'm not. No, guys, I'm not gonna message you to trade fucking crypto. Guys, I'm not. I am not going to direct message you. Hey, would you like to trade crypto with me? It's not happening. It's not happening. You love the way you explain stuff in ways that retail investors can still understand. I don't see many doing that. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that, buddy. Wish me luck on your drug test today. Studied super hard. Yeah, you should have studied harder. But yeah, I mean, I want you guys to understand why things are happening and in making sure that people get it. Yeah, Diamond Dave, no, that was not me. Don't talk to those scammers. But Fernando, the main reason is that we know that we're going higher in terms of rates. Uh, what symbol do I use for the gilts and trading view? The 10-year? No, I'm using the 30 just because that's the one that they came out initially and started to buy. It's GB30Y, and you got to type. You just go bonds, or you type in like 30-year gilt and you click bonds, and it'll show it to you. Guys, no jokes about the scammers because people actually fall for that stuff, and it's crazy to me that it still happens. Yeah, FTC probing whether Visa, MasterCard, I don't know about that. That's 30 right on. Yeah, because that's the one that they were initially coming out and buying. So I'm just looking at that. They expanded it, but there's no bond purchases now. They ended it on the 14th. So this week is going to be very interesting with the gilts. Because the way for those of you guys that don't understand, when bond yields go up, bond prices are coming down. So you could see a lot of selling pressure in those bonds from pension funds, everybody else that doesn't want to be holding UK government debt right now. So if the Bank of England was stepping up when everybody was selling those bonds and buying them, well, if they start to rip again and the UK is not there to do that, well, then you could see it really rip up. Cryptagoras. No, Cryptagoras is going to come and fuck shit up. Cryptagoras. When Cryptagoras is ready to go, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. That thing's gonna be a monster too. But that's not the big thing that's coming. What do I think Tesla will hit at the end of the week? It doesn't matter what I think. It can do whatever. I can give you the key levels on Tesla to look out for, but asking what do I think this stock is going to be at the end of the week is a guessing game. Nobody knows. If anybody says that they know, they don't. The Fed is broke. Well, they're at an operating loss, I believe, right now. So looking at Tesla here, if you look at this on the daily, I mean, you can see it back at these lows, 204.16. And then you got a little bit of nonsense up here, 252. Again, it really depends on, again, also, you're asking me on a week that it has earnings. Like, come on. That's tough. Like, nobody knows. I just trade the chart that's in front of me. So SPY is looking like it might want to start slipping a little bit here, but let's see. The end of the day move could be crazy. But Daniel, no, I haven't listened to him, but I do know what he's referring to with the Fed there, which is he's talking about the operating loss. Oh my God. Shining Whiz. I don't know if you're in here, buddy, but Jesus. Those gains are a bit crazy, my man. Jesus. My God. Like, also, shout out to DM Ohio too. DM, I don't know if you're in here, but the game that you were talking about in the morning stream this morning, dude. I mean, that's what it's all about. And that's where you guys are all headed towards if you really learn the system and take the things that we're saying seriously all the time. Let's see. Spy screwing around. Yeah, it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Like if you look at it here, everything's pretty conflicted. Just like, oh, that's the 4 hour. Yeah, it's conflicting a little bit here. Where are the gilts? What are we pricing in for the rate hike? It was 97.4 this morning, 99.4 for a 75 basis point rate hike. Oh boy. All those people that were like, we're going to pivot. Idiots. Yeah, Diamond Dave, that's not us. We're not trying to get you to trade crypto. That's a scammer. Let's see here. Yeah, usually at this point of the day, I'm done trading. It's like, what's the point? Maybe sometimes I do stuff at the end of the day, but usually I don't. Tessie just looks like it's rimming up here. Probably not something I would touch, but it does. I mean, Tesla's up what, 8% today? Crazy. Schwab still headed down. Would you say the next resistance level will be 60? Oh, I can take a look at that. You still haven't have a single scammer try to copy you. You'll get there, Algo. Algo is the modern day Jim Simons. Like he is. Has anyone else complained to the? Yeah, everybody does. Diamond Dave. Like there's nothing that we can do about it though. Like on the YouTube comments, there's just nothing that we can do. Unless like the social media platforms verify us, you gotta use caution and say, are they actually DMing me right now to trade with them or not? And the answer is we're not. Pivot these nuts, dude. I had so many people that were like even at like the news feed, they were like, oh, like the media people, they were like, oh, they're gonna pivot. Then there were people that were like, pivot's coming, idiot. And I was like, I don't think that you have any idea of how to read macroeconomic conditions. But Schwab, we can take a look at that one. I think I still have it. SCHW, I think is what it is. Yeah. Ooh, this thing's down nicely here. Daily hunting. Oh, Algo, we killed it on that one, buddy. That was just slaughter there. Yeah, I'm up nicely on that one. Check Twitter DM, 42% increase on the portfolio in the last 30 days. Jesus, Luigi. Dude, I know. I've seen you in there with us for a while, buddy. I mean, you're killing it, man. That's fucking great. 42% in a month? I'm too busy to be reaching out to people out of the blue. Yes. that too. I'm not sitting here messaging you guys. Don't if life changing. Fuck yeah, buddy, Luigi. That's what we love to hear, dude. Yeah, shout out to all you guys in there with us. You guys, we're gonna take you guys far. It's time to make some millionaires. If you aren't already, I mean, I know a couple of you guys are getting there. DM me so I can make sure you're the true STV. Something's up. There's not something up. If it has followers, they're fake followers. What account? What do you call it? Platform is this on, buddy? Change all your passcodes. You better not have given them your passcodes because that's not good. You're up 30% over the last month. Really starting to turn the ship around. Fuck yeah, guys. There you go. I know. I want to see it. I'm not going to say what DM Ohio made today. If he's in here, he can say it. But you guys saw it in the morning stream how much he was up today in like a couple minutes. And I was like, all right, buddy. Fuck it. Jesus. Yeah, don't give them your passwords. They're Diamond Dave. They're trying to steal your money. Please don't give them anything. It's not us. It'll look like us, but it's very not us. All right. Spy just kind of screwing around here a bit. Yeah, I mean, we were watching this Netflix move this morning, and I was like, I like it. I went for NVIDIA instead. NVIDIA was still sweet. Diamond backhand. My passcode to everything is 12345. Best password ever. No one will figure it out. Jesus. Shout out to you, buddy. Thanks for being a member. Twitter was all about a pivot. People don't know what they're talking about. I think you guys have finally started to realize this, but most people don't know what they're talking about. Just because somebody has followers doesn't mean that they have an idea of what's going on because of all the insane put options. That was just people flying into the market thinking that it was going to come down. Retail, remember, guys, retail investors, if you look at the data, sold a shitload of stocks and then bought puts. And then the market goes bloop right up. But that doesn't mean the Fed is going to come out and pivot. Because again, what did we just see on a slight little pivot out of the UK? It wasn't necessarily rates, but they turned back on essentially the bond purchases and everything kind of went to shit. They're really screwed now. Nobody has any faith in their government or their central bank. And everybody's like, well, it is what it is. And Powell has come out and said at his Jackson Hole meeting, you got to pay attention to some of these things. At his Jackson Hole meeting, he was talking about, I think it was the Volcker time, where people started to get used to inflation. They basically adopted it into their own mindset and lifestyle. When that happens, not good because they make decisions based off of that. And then inflation gets worse. That's not a point where you want to be. But again, SPY just kind of flatlined here, screwing around at the 13 and right kind of near that level of support that we've got drawn out. It's not SPY, that's SPY. Let's see here. Oh, you guys are killing it on the likes today too. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Commercial space flight to the moon by 2040. That'd be fun. You're still waiting on the Roblox dumpster fire? Yeah. So you know exactly what I was looking for on that one, Algo. It was that move. It was that nice aggressive crack with volume below the 13, and it never got it. Even on this one, it didn't get it. It started to, but like I'd need it. If I was looking at it here, I would have needed it below VWAP, and then you could play it to the 48 and then see what happens there. Set your stop and profit, and you let the trade go. But at this point, I'm probably not touching this. Towards the end of the day, you might see it drop. If Dixie continues to fall, the U.S. can't keep importing disinflation, meaning no Fed pivot. Well, I mean, Dixie's probably not going to continue to fall. Dixie's up. Like if you look at Dixie on the 4-hour, I mean, it's just trending up here. See? Bing, 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 bing. Dollar's been strengthening a lot. Gilts aren't doing anything. The yields are oh, what's this? What's this? Hold on. TLT. What's going on here? Uh-oh. The patient or the profitable? Yeah, so sometimes again, it is sometimes difficult to be patient. I did it on the Apple trade that I had today. If I was more patient with that thing, I would have had another really big win, and I probably would have been up over 5% for the day. It is what it is. Took profit, but still looks like it's going down next level 61. Yeah. Oh, Ryan, I know this is public. I know this is public. Oh, 10-year. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. TLT slipping. She's snitching here. Look at this. Ah! Patience is your kryptonite. Guys, make sure you're watching all those curriculum videos that we have for you guys. And I'm gonna keep talking about that stop loss strategy a lot. It is so powerful. I can't, it makes me feel just like an absolute stock market monster. For day trade specifically, you can't beat me. It's not happening. I see a trade go up 6, 7, 10%. Scale out, put the stop at break even, start to move it up into profit, and let the trade go. You trade on the daily a lot, and you buy 5 to 6 weeks out contracts. Dion, okay, so here's kind of how I trade the daily, and this is I always go on the side of extra caution. So 1 to 1.5 months out in time is good. 2 or little around 2 months is way safer in my mind. And right now for swing trades, it's going to be a little bit more difficult just because of the overall volatility that we're seeing, the news that's coming out. The 10-year is ripping right now. What is going on? Watch SPY here. This is weird. Do I have any training on that? Not a set up video yet. I'm gonna put that out there for you guys in the curriculum section probably this week. I don't think I can get it done tonight because we have that night live tonight too. Um, but I will have that out there this week for you guys in there. Because I mean, it's just we've talked about it. People have been using it. It's a cheat code. Because here's what it allows you to do, and I think this is something that goes over a lot of people's heads. It's you're taking yourself and your emotions out of the trade. You're done. You won already. You've scaled out and your stop is in profit. You can do whatever you want at that point. You can leave, you can do whatever. Yeah, so that'll be posted in the curriculum section to you guys soon. Because remember, I was talking about a way to use stops and limits and things like that, those stop loss take profit orders. It was just a little bit more risky the way that I was doing it before. Now it's essentially the same thing, but focusing more on the other side of it, and it's nasty. Let's see here. Yeah, TLT is dying. 10-year just went above 4. Where's the dollar? Bouncing. Huh. Huh, huh, huh. Uh-oh. Can't wait to see the vids. Love that they're under 10 minutes. Yeah. I got you guys on that one. That one I'll do this week. That one I think is really important. And once you guys kind of start thinking about that, because here's what it allows you to do. One, if you're looking for, let's say 10% gains. Let's say you're looking for 10% gains. You're just trying to stack up those base hits. You're gonna have to be super consistent and very disciplined, by the way, too. So I know a lot of you guys aren't necessarily there yet in terms of the amount of discipline that you have in your trading. Some of you guys are, some of you guys aren't. But allowing you to lock in some of the gains and put in a stop in profit. I mean, you've won. New here. How do you find out what your break even is for an option contract? Rose, good question. So a break even for an options contract, you're really only going to know what it is on expiration. So let's say that you have a stock that's trading for $100 and you buy an option. Let's just say it's a weekly with a strike of 101 and you pay $100 for that contract. So you have $100 stock, strike at 101, you paid $100. On expiration, the break even is going to be the strike plus the price you paid, so 102, because the intrinsic value of that option will be the current price minus the strike, which will be 100, the same thing you paid. But that's not really it's not the most useful thing to be looking at, because you're probably not holding things to expiration anyway, or you really shouldn't be. Charge point, is it moving? Hmm. It's up nicely today. Netflix coming back up. Again, I mean, I'm looking at this little level on Netflix here, this 248. The other thing about Netflix was the premiums were so high, I didn't wanna touch it either. I loved NVIDIA going into today. Filthy trade, man. Thank you. No problem, Rose. No problem. Apple's starting to move here a little bit. Yeah, so what I really wanted on my Apple trade was a play down to the 48. I just sold it before. I didn't like it. I was like, I just don't like this trade. It kept like teetering at 141.50, bounce, teetering, bounce, teetering, bounce. And I was like, I don't like this. It's like it was moving too quick at those lows. So I just got out with a small, really, really small gain, like negligible, basically even on the second trade I had today. But the Nvidia one for 30 something percent, cool. I'm up a lot today. And that's what it is. If you look at the power of compounding, you'll look at your trading differently. The other thing I want everybody to think about is this. A lot of you guys are trading with smaller accounts. Now, everybody wants to have a larger account. 6 figures, mid 6 figures, upper 6 figures. That's where you want to get to in terms of where your account goes. Because then, let's say you're trading with $100,000, you're following the rules, 10% allocation, you make 10% on the trade, you made $1,000 that day. Boom, done. But when you're trading with a smaller account now, you have to think to yourself, would I make the same trading decisions now as I would with an account that's 10 or 100 times as big? Most of the time, the answer is no. And that's where that money management skills come in. I'm telling you guys, mindset, money management method. Learn the method, know exactly what you're doing and why you want to enter and exit trades. But what time did I open that NVIDIA trade? Oh, it was quick. I think that one was actually within the first 5-minute candle. But again, I wasn't, I was very, very, very careful with that one. I was trying to not hesitate because I'll hesitate sometimes and be like, I don't know, it's early, blah, blah, blah. Boom, hit it. That statement made all the difference in your trading. I know it's helped a lot of you guys. It's you think to yourself, would I make this same decision? Because you're viewing the dollar amounts as more important than the percentages, and the percentages are actually what's more important. So again, guys, if you haven't already, it would help out a whole lot if you guys hit that like button on the stream over here. I want to make sure that we're teaching you guys some stuff. And then again, if you guys do want to hop in there with us and really, really take your trading to the next level, you guys know where to find us. The link's at the top, but I'll throw it in here for you guys again. We have some crazy, crazy, crazy stuff coming for you guys. So make sure you guys are getting in there before it's too late. It had to be, I was watching that same video, but it was already mid boom candle, so I didn't chase. Yeah, I caught it quick. And again, Daniel, remember, I was out quick too with the scaling out. I was out quick. I was in out. So I probably started scaling out when that trade was up 6%. And then I moved my stop to break even and I let it sit there. Because then at that point, I know that I'm not going to get caught as hard on a flash candle. Like if it ran up and then flashed, I was still fine. I would have traded it way differently though if I didn't set that stop there. I probably wouldn't have even taken the trade. So let's say you play the daily and your contracts go at 10% before the day is even done. Do I take profits and try to re-enter or swing it? This is actually a good question here. So there's a couple of things that you can do. One, you can scale out a little bit if you have multiple contracts. Again, lock in some profit. And then if you have enough time on it, like a month and a half, 2 months out, then you have a little bit more of a buffer. Yeah, I played it to the first big level. I played it when it was, so we can pull it up here. I'll show you where it got like stopped, but remember it's still in profit. Come on. It was, I think it was this candle. Yeah, it was this. It shot up, then came right back down, and then shot up again. Might have been this one. It was one of these here. I was in that trade, in and out pretty quick. 30%. I'll take that. First trade of the week. Fuck yeah. I'll take that all day long. And I kind of walked you guys through. So if you guys are in there, you guys can go to the morning stream. And I walked you through the entire thing. I was saying when I was moving my stops. I didn't say when I entered. But once I was in, I was moving stops. So I moved it to like 10% of the green, then 15, and 20. And I was just like letting the thing go. Meeting your girlfriend for a hike soon. Good luck this afternoon, everyone. Luigi, keep crushing it, buddy. There you go. I mean, that's also the other thing about trading too. It's like, well, if you're up for the day really, really nicely, especially Luigi, I know you're killing it. Go do something fun, man. That's the point of trading. Get in, get out, go live your life. Let's see here. Netflix starting to make a move up here. Spy's not doing shit though. Spy, this is the time of the day when the Spy really likes the flatline. 10-year back down below 4. They're really buying them up above 4. Yeah, nothing. You're busy with the kids, so I didn't get to sit down at the computer until the second candle. That's why you didn't chase? Yeah, you don't want to chase either. That's the other thing I see a lot of people do, new traders. They chase a lot. A lot. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything useful on Twitter, or if it's just a bunch of circle jerking. Oh, Luigi. Killing it, buddy. There you go. Yeah, if you tweet that. Yeah, guys, if you have some games, tweet it out. Just tag me and I'll see it. Let's see. Yeah, nothing useful on Twitter. People are just being idiots. 26% on the port today. Ken, I know you've been doing good, man. I know you've been killing it. Leo, you're not a first-time viewer. Don't you try to play that with me. In 2020, when I started trading, chasing worked. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were making a bunch of money in 2020, and you really see who actually knows what they're doing now. You have to unlearn a lot of the terrible habits that the internet has really ingrained in people over the last 2 years. Like the Reddit shit, get that out of your brain, out of your system. Get it out. It's going to blow up your account. You're on the sidelines today? Yeah, the real big move was, I mean, I would say the opening to the upside. I had the Apple one and I didn't like it. It was flickering around. Like these candles were really pissing me off. See how it come down, flash up, come down, flash up, come down, flash up. Like I just didn't like this. Then this candle came in and I was like, yeah, I'll go fuck myself. Fast Stock News just tweeted about possible interest rates. Ooh. Federal Reserve's fight against inflation has a veteran. Oh, this is interest rates will sort of 3-year high of 9%. In what though? Interest rates on what? The Fed funds rate? That's aggressive. I don't think they're going to need to take the Fed funds rate above inflation. There's a couple of reasons why. I can make a video about that, but some people have been saying that there's a possibility that the Fed is going to try and take the federal funds rate above what inflation is. Housing, I assume. That's what I was thinking, but again, there is a thought out there in the market that the Fed could say screw everything and we're going to Volcker this thing and get like the Fed funds rate above inflation to really push things down. I don't see them doing that. I think we're going to get to 4.5 to 5, which what are we at right now? 3? Yeah, 3 to 325. And then we wait and we see what the data says. And that's the time that we could get the light at the end of the tunnel. That's kind of why you guys hear me say, like, everybody's like, oh, I want to buy, I want to buy, I want to buy. It's like, you can if you really want to, but in my opinion, I'll be waiting until I see like things start to kind of climb in a better direction. Let's see. Been paper trading for 1 month now at 10,000. Your account is at 12. Had it up to almost 15, but took some nasty losses trying to swing some dailies. Just want to be more consistent. Dion, it's tough. Right now is a tough swing trade market. It is. public today. We'll probably do a little gap in the day here, for most days. Um, but yeah, you guys still get the morning stream with me, Gabe stream at 10:30, then I'll come on here, then Gabe and I will come on a little bit later, and we're gonna be doing that a little bit later today too. He had some they cut his, like, fiber cable. Like, these people are so bad at, like, doing work. But Dion, here's another thing that I would suggest. I was talking, to Hot Potato about this, that in my opinion, I want people to get away from paper trading as quick as they can. Here's why. There's 2 reasons. Well, it's really 1. The first is that with paper trading, it's really good at helping you learn a system for trading, knowing when to exit, when to not, build a little bit of confidence in knowing how to get in and get out of your trades using your broker. But what it will never, ever, ever be able to do is give you that emotional element to trading. That's why you see a lot of people say, oh my God, I made 400% of my paper trading account, but when I switched to real money, I can't do it. It's because of the emotional element of it. That's why when we talk about mindset, money management, and method, I harp so much on the mindset and money management part, because until you can master that, you will tend to struggle and you'll have shiny object syndrome. Kathy Wood's tweet from last night. No, Kathy, I don't know. Kathy's struggling right now. She's writing letters to the Fed. Like, Kathy's in a weird spot. That's facts. I know, man. What do you think about Australia's banking outage today? Oh, I have not seen that. Because what people will see is they'll think to themselves, it's like, oh, this one trade or these 5 trades didn't work. This must not work. And then they jump to something else, but they're not focusing on the 2 most important pieces. It's mindset and money management. You master those, you're a killer. And that's why I've been harping so much on that stop loss strategy. It's not complicated. It's not like this crazy thing that, like, it's just, no, it's taking your risk off the table. And technically you're making it free. And that's why I've, like, rarely lost trades over, like, the last month. It's just, oh, okay. And that's where I want all you guys to be too. It's like, okay, you're able to just come in, boom, scalp some profit, set your stop at break even or 5%, and you're off to the races and you're letting the trade go. Because it's very possible that, again, the method is going to take you into those 30, 40, 50% gains. But your mindset and money management is sometimes not going to allow you to get there. SPY went into theta burn mode. Yeah, it did. This is just killing premium right here. So does that make sense to everybody? Like, I'm telling you, when you start doing that, you're going to be like, oh, fuck. That is 100% true. The message is proven in there. I do not question it. It works. Money management is easy. Stick to the rules that's laid out there. It's all about mastering the mindset and experience. Hot potato. Fuck yeah, buddy. There we go. Makes sense to you? Perfect. Yeah, I did. Hot potato, if you saw the trade I had on video this morning, I don't know if you were in there, but I did it again. It's not like I'm not even shocked that it's just like boom, 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 boom. Nice, easy in and out. Oh, we're almost at 200 likes. Thank you, team. What do we need? 30 more? Ho, 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 ho. Guys, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on the stream, helps us out a little bit here, getting these streams out to some more people. And again, if you guys do want to hop in there with us, it is the best place to come and learn how to trade. These algorithms, the alert system, everything is just so top tier. I mean, we have a lot of our people in there in this live chat that are in there with us. And you guys make me so proud, man, of how much success that you guys have. It's insane watching it. Like, you guys will come in and then just be like, I'm up 10% today. And I'm like, Jesus. What's the point of wearing a suit jacket? Because I like it. That's why. You got on just after that, I think. We were sure to go back and watch it. That method makes a lot of sense. Was thinking about it during the flight home. Nice, man. Yeah, it's very, very, very powerful. Cody. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm probably not making any more trades today. It just does really make sense too. 15% in 3 minutes this morning. There you go, man. I mean, you guys are doing numbers over here, stacking up those gains, man. I love it. Pepe, what's up, buddy? Oh, we're 7 away. You guys are going to get there. I appreciate it, team. So are we bullish here on the SPY? No, I'm neither. I'm very neutral on the SPY. This is not something that I would touch most of the time. I could see this bending down, breaking again. It's already broken. Tapped this 48 and ran back up. If it breaks the 48, then you're watching VWAP, which is right around the previous level. I don't necessarily foresee a giant move coming until you get towards the end of the day. Portfolio was up 2% this morning, went to sleep for 2 hours, up 10% now. There you go. There you go, baby. Woo! I know I love seeing you guys making money. That's what it's all about, man. We're all taking control of our portfolios. No more of this bullshit where people are going to tell us what to do. Nope. QQQ seems like it's ready to pick a direction, but which direction? I mean, they kind of both do, but not really. It looks so close to the SPY. Do I think any of the data coming out tomorrow could affect the market for the day? It's not that crazy tomorrow. Industrial production, capacity utilization, home builders index, maybe. And then Bostic, and then you get Kashkari at 5:30, but that's after hours. I'm not necessarily as focused on data this week as I am earnings. You missed a fill on the run up with Tesla twice. Ooh, yeah, Cootie. I would like to know a little bit more how you're missing fills, because when I want like a trade and it's moving, sometimes I'll just slap the ask. Like I'll if things are moving quick, I'll just hit the ask. You did grab 30 forward calls. Wish me luck, Cootie. Good luck, buddy. Hopefully you're following the rules, my man. If you're following the rules, again, over time, the system's going to take you to the promised land, dude. It's just a matter of time. Get your mindset and money management skills in check. The method will take you there. We already know the method works. We already know it works. QQQ is what I hit the 15% on. Still way too choppy to choose direction. I agree. It's no point in forcing anything, especially if you're green. I see a lot of people talking about Fubo right now. We're not going to do the hopium stuff. If it runs, it runs. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If you're going to trade it, make sure you have proper risk management in there. Don't be screwing around. Because if you screw around and you're up big and it ends up going against you, you're acting like. See, this is the other thing that you guys need to understand. In the market, most people have the ability to just learn the very basics and then fall into a certain category of trader. Why do you think people say that 90 to 95% of traders lose? That's why. They're all trading the same way. The institutions know exactly where they're trying to come in and they're going to screw them over. So you have to operate in a way that is different from the rest of most people trading in this market. And that's something that you have to learn. That is the reality. You just have to learn and get to that point of, okay, this is really where things are going and how things work. And then once that happens, boom, you turn into your own personal money printer. SPY headed up a little bit here, but nothing crazy. Apple getting a little bit of juice. QQQ needs to hurry up and die. Ryan, are you still messing around with SQQQ? You still messing around with that, buddy? Yeah, you might be all right. Let's see. Ooh, what's that? The lowest number of green days since the 1950s. Holy shit. Percentage of green of days 43%. Oh my god. You think the strong Dixie is going to affect Coca-Cola earnings from international sales? Okay, so it's not just necessarily Coke. If you have a strong dollar and you're doing if you're based in the US and then do a lot of business internationally, when you convert back, you make less money. So yes, most things will get affected by that. And they'll probably talk about that in a lot of earnings. Let's see. Ryan, good luck, buddy. I hope it works out for you, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you've been killing it, dude. Hold on. I kind of want to take a peek at the gains channel really quickly. Kenny, you fucking monster. Jesus. 8% for the day, 10% for the day, $1,000 day, 7%, 15%. Oh my. All right. That's you guys. Save some money for everybody else, man. There's new people coming in and hanging out with us. You got to save some money for them. What the hell? What the hell? Let's see. All right. Let's see, Spy. What are we going to do here? Oh, you broke that 200 like threshold. I appreciate that, team. But yeah, Tampa Bay, it definitely can. Because you're essentially converting back to less dollars. So you're making less money. You think Spy's going to trade Cyrus at the end of the day today? I think you can. I think so. The trend recently has been volatility into end of the day. It's just you have this period during the day where things calm down a little bit. And it's a good time for us to go over a lot of things to make sure that you guys are all on the same page and looking at the market accurately and appropriately. And not trying to like FOMO into moves, hope for moves to happen, do some willy-nilly shit. We're not playing around with that crap. Like if you guys start acting like YOLO demons, I'm gonna put my foot down. Let's see here. How do you determine when to jump in when it runs at open or dumps? Sometimes I see there's pullbacks to jump in, so I let it run and catch it. Yeah, I mean, most of the time, I'm looking for retests. Sometimes though, if my bias is then confirmed by price action, I'll go in. But again, there's at open, I usually the earliest I'm going to take something is after the first 5-minute candle because I want to see if you're going to get that initial pop. Let's say it's a move up, that initial pop, and then the next candle opens and then it gets killed. So, but what you can do is again, that trading before 10 video has been out there for you guys for a while. So make sure that you guys go take a look at that. It's in the curriculum. So once you guys are in there, you have the whole learning curriculum section. The trading before 10 video is going to help you out a whole lot. Again, it's very risk off. It's not full 10% portfolio. It's not weekly. You get more time and you allow things to play out. First time I'm watching you, my first month trading, and I'm up 12%, going small, basic, but learning. You're very informative. I'll watch you from now on. Best I've seen. Thank you for caring for the little guys. Karen, no problem. No problem. Thank you so much for the compliment, though. I appreciate that. Yeah, Karen, make sure that you're again, it's mindset, money management. It's those two key things that you need to realize and get in on, and you are good to go. Any Fed news coming out this week? Not really. I mean, you have speakers and they could come out and give some comments, but what have the comments said? We're not backing down. So there's no pivot. The YOLO demon attempts you are not the YOLO demon. All right, fine, Daniel. You're right. I got it wrong. Dion, again, more time. I'm telling you right now, if you're trading the daily, you get more time than you think you need. So if you're trading with 2 months out in time, you probably wouldn't have been stopped. And then you read the daily like you would the 5-minute. It's not a swing trader's market right now. It's very difficult to be swing trading right now. That's why you don't see me holding a lot of things overnight. I gotta read your Bible more. Yeah, I know. If you guys I read the Bible a lot this weekend. I was reading a lot of Bible. But that's why I don't hold a lot of things overnight too, unless it's free or part of like a strangle, like my weird strangle that I had was filthy. And it's just based on, oh, I know you see a rebound for November. Why though? Is it the chart? Is it the Fed? Is it what is it? I personally, again, you can see relief bounces, but I don't necessarily see big money flowing back into the market. Don't ask me, you can't read. I just did. Up almost 0.5% today. I'll take it. Hey man, as long as you're finishing green, you're good to go. Stack up those green days, man. Put yourself in the position to have that big success when you can hit those 2-3% days. But if on those days where you're just kind of scalping around, you make your 0.5%, you got lucky. Bro, I can read. I know how to read. I'm pretty sure we all know how to read. 0.5% a day time. Yeah. That, I mean, that's the thing. My goal every single day is 1%. After I hit 1, I'm most of the time done. Because it's not worth it's like the risk reward just isn't there. It's like, why are you trying to push it here? Like, what's the why? When the Fed does announce a pivot, watch for the dump into the buying volume marches. But right, but I don't foresee. Yes, that could happen when the Fed does pivot, but I don't foresee them pivoting until we're at least at 4.5 to 4.75% on the Fed funds rate. It just doesn't make any sense. The data is not showing you what you need it to. I bet you have someone reading the chat to you via earpiece. All these fucking conspiracy theories. Afternoon, everyone. Hope all is well. Doing great, man. It's very, very solid. What do you call it? Solid morning with the morning crew. Is this until the afternoon stream? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is. Let's see here. Hold on. Hold your horses. Look at the VIX chart. If it closed red today above the 48 line, looking okay, that's fair. I'll read that book. I'll take a look at that one, Ryan. Do I trade with my whole port every day? Like, do I burn through all of my settled cash? No, I don't. Most of I do it sometimes. Usually no, though, because like if it's a day where I'm like really only scalping like really quick moves, like really 5% moves, if the market's just chopping around, and I've got my levels drawn out and I know exactly what I'm doing, then sometimes I'll go quick in and out with a bunch of trades. But usually, and this is something that a lot of you guys have to realize too, less trades. You become more picky. If you hold yourself to a high standard of I'm only going to take trades when I see this, you can compound a lot better and you're not flying around. And I usually only have one open position at a time. I don't like, unless like, okay, so let's say I'm using that new, like the stop loss stuff and I see another trade that I like, then I might have two because I know I don't have risk really on the table anymore on that other trade. So in that case, maybe I'll have 2 trades open, but I usually have 1 trade open, 1, 2, or 3 trades a day, and I'm done. Over trading is something that you really want to avoid. You're picky too? No, you want to be picky. Like, again, you guys will see me all the time. Like when things are running, I'll just be like, nope, I don't care. Even if it continues running, I don't care. The risk is too high for a knife candle. Like that's why the Roblox move up today, I didn't want to really play it up or down. Never time it perfect, but you can see it when you're picky. Well, your results will be better. If you're not like, again, that's the whole willy-nilly concept. It's like, if you're going to be like, ooh, over here, trade. Ooh, over here, trade. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Settle the fuck down. Why are we all over the place? Slow it down. Get more time. Watch the trades play out. Take your money, compound those gains, and you're done. That's all it is. Simple. Very, very, very simple. Right. Got to relax. Exactly. If you feel you're starting getting stressed out in a position, it's time to go. It happened to me today with Apple. I didn't like I was in the Apple trade. It looked great, and then it looked not good. And I was I don't like it just was stressing me out. That's why when it went back green, out. I was like, I don't like this. I could have made a bunch of money on it, but I just didn't like it. Every trade is a risk. More trades equals more risk. Even I can get that. Exactly. Exactly. Especially if you're already green for the day. It's like, okay, you're risking the profits that you've already made. Secure the bag, man. Oh, you guys are slaughtering on the likes. Jesus. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Shout out to you guys too. You're behaving yourselves. You're asking good questions. What direction did I play Apple? Down. Down. It was right around in this move here. So I was out before this flash candle. My goal, what I wanted to do was play it to the 48, but it was moving too weird around the 13 and view up here. Yeah, you guys are killing it today, man. I love this. Good questions. Great group of people in here, man. You know what this feels like? It feels like a private stream. I love it, man. I've noticed the Benz hasn't moved. Don't stop it. The Benz is gone. I ditched the Mercedes. Ditched it because I don't need a car. And they were like, "Oh, pay $500 a month to park over here." And I was like, "Fuck you. I'm not doing that." Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're doing good too, buddy. Yeah, I'll get a new car probably soon. Within like the next 6 months, I'll get a cool car. Do I play far out contracts like a year? Not often. What I usually do if I'm swinging, I'll get about 2 months of time. For day trades, I will get either for single stocks, I'll get like a week. So today I actually played weeklies. But as the days go on, like tomorrow, I'll probably go for next week's. I like to get way more time than usually I think I need on my trades to slow things down. Just so that like one, I'm not going to be just stressed out in the trades, and I can let the trades play out longer. It's just making sure that you have like the best risk reward profile. Thoughts on playing Spy 364 put for next week? I mean, if you want to, you can. I'm not holding much overnight right now. The thing is that if I were to start, here's the deal with anything that I would hold overnight now. One, it would be hedged. I would hedge myself against a big move. So a lot of you guys in the group, I was telling you guys about the SPY trade that I had. It was it was puts for this Friday and calls for today. So on Friday at open, the calls were actually up a lot, and I should have sold them because if I sold the calls and sold the puts when I did, I probably would have made an extra 500 or 1,000, which would have been sweet. Thoughts on Roblox? I don't really want to get in front of that thing. It's running up. I think it easily could slip as day traders take profits by the end of the day today, but there's a lot of risk on there because that thing's been a powerhouse to the upside. We were looking at that rejection on it this morning. It didn't end up getting it. So I just didn't touch it, but it had some decent news about their overall outlook. And their active users was up nicely. So we'll see. It's going to depend on what the market does. If the market dies tomorrow, Roblox could have like a minus 10% day. But I wouldn't trade based off of that. Like I would just trade the chart. Thoughts on Tilray? Let's take a look. Like the chart right now on Roblox is saying like stay away for me. Tilray is bending around a little bit here. Well, that's Tesla. Hold on. This is Tilray. Same deal over here. Slipping down a little bit. The thing that you really have to look for on a lot of these smoky stocks is what do you call it? Any sort of legislation that's coming out. You got the job still sticking around? Scar. Fuck yeah, buddy. There you go. That is awesome, dude. Congratulations. Gonna rely on Pythagoras much more than Invictus starting next week. Dude, both really, really good choices. Scar, congratulations getting that job, man. The risk is to the upside due to the put trade being crowded. Are you saying on the SPY? Yeah, dollar showing weakness. Yeah, I could see that. Scar, attaboy. Everybody give Scar a nice little congratulations there. He's been with us. Really, really strong supporter of the community in there. Mod for both me and Gabe. Scar, if I start to see you do that willy-nilly shit again, I'm going to swear to God, I'm going to fly out and I'm going to shave your head myself. But congratulations. Could not find you today? I was on the what do you call it? The morning stream as usual. Oh, there they go. Yeah, I was on the morning stream, 8:45 to 10:30 every single morning. Then Gabe comes on, then I'll probably hop on here a lot of times too, hang out with you guys for a little bit, and then Gabe and I come on in the afternoon. Then we do have that live stream tonight, I think. But we got to make sure that Gabe has his internet situation figured out. And I'll give you the chip too. I will force feed you the chip and cut your hair if I see you letting those trades go down that much. You wild person. But congratulations, Scar. That's awesome. Let's see. Do the bots work for you? You live in Sweden? If you can trade on the US equity market, yep. Yep. They work very well. They alert you every single time they're taking a trade, and they've been doing numbers this year. Just killing the market. So, again, if you want to hop in there with us, get all the live streams. You get me live a bunch, especially at the time that I'm mostly trading too. Between that morning section, that 8:45 to 10:30 period. And then Gabe comes on. We got the curriculum, the alert system, and we have a slate of things coming very, very soon that is going to blow all of your minds. So again, guys, if you do want to hop in, there's a link. I threw it in the chat again. It's up in the top there, though. If you guys really want to take your trading to the next level, come into an awesome community, hop in, man. We'd love to see you in there. When ankles? I don't think we're doing ankles today. We did it on the first night stream, which we're probably not going to do the night streams anymore. We're probably going to do these. Team 1348 is this. Literally changing the game. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, Cootie. Was there an announcement today, 11:15? What do you mean? Let me look. Was there one? Yeah, 11:25 and 11:15. Yeah, so we're still doing the streams. Gabe actually, so this is I want you guys to understand this. So what happened is that his No. I said come to this. No, I didn't say come into this stream for an announcement. But so here I want to just show the just how much commitment that a lot of the people that we have working with us have to your guys' success. Gabe's for some reason around his area, they're doing a lot of like work on like power lines and shit. And somehow they cut the cable and they're not going to be able to have they got his Wi-Fi cut out and they're not going to be able to fix it until tomorrow. So you know what Gabe did? He got a hotel. He's bringing his setup there. And he's making sure that we can come in and give you guys the market analysis and the show that you guys have every day. He can't stream at his house, so he's getting a hotel. I mean, Algo's working day and night. Andy, like, working all the time. Ivan, crushing it. Diana, supporting everybody. We don't stop at anything to make sure that you guys are going to have success all the time. So we will see you guys there in a little bit. We'll be here for now. Y'all need any help? Let me know. We will, man. We will. T-Mobile home internet return it. Hey, sometimes it's a time crunch. We got to make sure that we can get you guys everything that you need all the time. Go tell us we're don't like SCV? No. To stream off his phone? No, that's not gonna. The quality on that would be terrible. Lansy, nah, we want to make sure that we're going above and beyond for you guys all the time. But let's see. Yeah, Spy's not really doing much here. Everything's just kind of fucking around. Needs a Starlink. He does need Starlink. We had a good time this weekend too. We always have fun. Love that guy. Shells would be like every one-on-one. Yeah, yeah. And again, we do have those one-on-ones, those power quick sessions, every Wednesday and Friday for you guys too. Yeah, Ryan, we're looking at it, buddy. We're looking at it, dude. Let's see. XLE or U? Isn't that energy? XLE? It's up today. Oil was up. Natural gas was getting killed though. Yeah, natural gas down 6.93, but oil's up 0.5% on WTI and Brent. He's gonna get a lot of funny looks on that camera. Let's see here. Where's Nancy? Nancy headed up. Spy slowly making its way up here. Slow and steady, man. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, Counselor Murray. Thank you so much for the super, buddy. I appreciate that. What's up, Vixen Chat? What's Tilray's short interest? Just curious. I don't have Ortex anymore. I could look at like, let me see. Look at it over here. It says around 11 on Fintel. But I don't really look at that stuff anymore. It's not a trading indicate. It's not really a trading indication for me. But it's around 11. Can I give you an example of how I play Pythagoras alert? Yes. So if I got alerted on Pythagoras, yeah, but it's around 11. That's what I'm seeing right now, Counselor Murray. It's around 11. But a Pythagoras alert. So let's say that you have a Pythagoras alert. It's going to confirm and do everything that it needs to do. We added some special sauce to it that makes it even dirtier. But here's what I would essentially do. I would look for either a rejection or a bounce off of support. Let's just say it's to the put side though, because that's what most things have been. So I would look for either a cross to the downside, an Invictus alert to the downside, or a key resistance level that it's moving off of. So hitting resistance, coming back down, and then I would get contracts with a month and a half to about 2 months out in time. That's for me. I like to be a lot safer. You can get a month to a month and a half if you really want to. For me personally, I like getting more time on them, so the trade's going to move a little bit slower, and I have more time to actually wait out the actual full move. Now, the second thing that I would do is if that trade ends up going up 5, 6, 7, 8, 10% before the day's end, I'll probably start scaling out a little bit of the position and then give myself a little bit of a buffer. So then you're even more risk off, if that makes sense. So that's how I would play it. Ooh, Spy with a little movement here. Hello. Hello. Let's see here. Sovereign funds buying gold. Ooh, I'd have to take a look at that. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Yeah, I'll take a look at that, Daniel. I haven't seen anything on that yet. All right, Netflix finally coming up to that resistance point there. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh, Netflix. Maybe a little breakout. That'd be interesting. That would be very interesting. Let's see. Good, my gold needs help. Silver was up today. I knew that. Has anyone trading on the China chip ban? Seems big. Maybe TSM. You could look at TSM maybe. All right. And Netflix hit resistance coming right back down a little bit here. Yeah, the dollar has taken a little bit of an interesting dip today. What are we at? 112. How's this looking on the 4 hours? Is a ooh, a little slip here. Let's see if it wants to come back down to the 200 before it wants to make that move back up. Let's see. And again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream on your way in here too. You guys are honestly, you guys have slaughtered it on the like button today. I appreciate that, team. You guys have given me more than I deserve. It's time to secure the bag. Just kidding. But thank you guys. I appreciate that. We got a good group in here today. If you're thinking of real estate as a long-term play, do REITs that hold properties and mortgage REITs that hold mortgages make sense? For me, no. If I'm going to go real estate, I'll just get the actual house. You can, okay, so this is the debate that I used to have with my real estate professor. He was saying that REITs can be a better investment long-term than actual real estate. And I was like, I completely disagree with you. One, it's not levered. And he was like, you can lever it with bonds. And I was like, yeah, but that nobody's going to be doing that. And then you have to deal with the high dividend rates or dividend yields that are most likely going to limit the growth of the actual share price over the long term. So for those reasons, I would rather just own the house, get the cash flow, and it's levered. That's how I would do it. REITs are good, but I would much rather just own the physical thing. Because think about it, it's like the stock market's going to move so crazy anyway. It's like you might as well just get the actual thing. If you're into real estate, you might as well just go get actual real estate versus REITs. Unless, here's the thing, if I was looking at this is the way that I would kind of flip it around. I wouldn't necessarily add REITs to my portfolio based on real estate, if that makes sense. It would be like an element of it, but I would look more in no tax benefits. But I would look at it more towards like boosting up the dividend yield in a dividend aspect of my portfolio. REITs are taxable as income too on top of that. Yeah, exactly. I was arguing with him about this and I was like, I'm not doing this. I was like, why do I fucking buy REITs? In like a giant percentage of a portfolio. If I wanted a large exposure to real estate, I would just buy houses. That's how I would personally do it. But to each their own. Everybody has their own risk tolerance, investment strategy. Mine is mainly trading long term and let the algos do their thing. And then real estate. Yeah. But when did I ever go to class? And this was like, I think it was sophomore or junior year. Also, fun fact, I did graduate, everybody. I did. For those of you guys that did know, I did graduate. Your girlfriend and I bought a house in 2018. Since then, we refied down to 1.9 and have seen a 20% increase in our equity. Yeah, exactly. Primary residences as a home. Do professors know what you're doing? Oh, I'm graduated. I've graduated. I've graduated. Oh, my degree was finance. 1.9. Yeah. My degree was finance, but it was useless. Finance degree is useless. Anything that I talk about here in terms of like macro and how markets move and like stuff like that, I learned on my own. They're not going to teach you this in a classroom. Yeah, I just personally wouldn't go for REITs though. It's not for me. Let's see here. Margin loan instead of a home loan might make sense. Yeah, but HELOCs aren't crazy yet. Plus you're yeah, exactly. If you're the gambling type, you're taking on a lot of risk. So Netflix flashing up above that little resistance level here. Nothing's really following any of the rules that I like to trade by, so I'm just sitting out, keeping my gains for the day, not going to give any of them back. Awesome, man. Glad you got through it. I guess I forget how long it's been since you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've been helping people like since January. Since January, man, we've been doing this, and we're about to kind of do something that we've been working on for a while, and it's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge. There's a lot of aspects to it too, and it'll be fun. Hopefully, you guys are ready. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be real fun. What's the best indicator to show support and resistance? There's probably indicators out there, but you want to do them manually. On our charts that we give you guys, it does show you all of the key support and resistance levels. What I do is I use those levels and then draw out the ones that I deem as very important on my charts. So what I'll do is I'll look at the daily, draw 2 or 3 levels, look at the 4-hour, draw 2 or 3 levels, then go to the 5-minute over the last 4 days and draw a couple of big pivot point levels there. And then just kind of go based off of that. That's how I like to use my levels. And then you guys have seen me, especially on the streams, like we'll make jokes that like I'm always right, but also always wrong because I'm off by like a penny most of the time with my levels. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you can't just come and tap my actual level. Let's see. That AVCT play was huge. You made 600 on a 2K investment. Thanks, J. There you go, buddy. There you go. What do you think of 920? Some people say it's as good, if not better than 1348. Here's the thing, 920 is good too. But the problem is that it's a little bit quick. It's a little bit too quick. So let's say that you're gonna get faked out X amount of times with a 1348 cross. With 920, it's probably like 1.5 times X. So you might be able to front run things and get in a little bit earlier with 920 or 921, but you're probably going to get faked out a lot more and it moves a little bit quicker. The community we have all built is absolutely awesome. Can't state that enough. And to think I was doubtful at first. Crypto B, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do have their doubts, but once they hop in there with us, it changes very, very, very quickly. And it's awesome, man. I love seeing you guys win. That's what we're all about. Making sure that retail's winning. There's no more fucking around. And we got some cool shit coming out. Spy having another green day tomorrow. It's anybody's guess. How high will we go until the drop? I think we could see 370, 375 if we're going to run. But remember, it's earning season is heating up. Premiums are going to start inflating across the board. Don't try and be a hero. I think that statement is going to really, really carry you guys through a lot of these next couple of weeks. And we want to make sure that we're taking our gains off the table quick. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to use that stop loss strategy that I've been talking to you guys about. It works very, very, very well at maximizing gains and letting things run a little bit where you're essentially making it free at lower percentages. And that's how I would personally then start to make those larger gains. But we're in for some fun. I trusted you that being grandfathered in at 69 was worth it. And the trust has played out. Well, worth that much and more for the bots alone. Clayton, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, guys, if you do want to hop in there with us, the link's at the top of the live chat. I'll throw it in here for you guys again. If you do want to hop in there, check that link out. Come join us if you guys are ready. And again, if you do hop in now, since we have a large community, Patreon has set us up in a way where if you sign up now, it's not like everybody else where it's like you don't get charged for the first or things like that, or you pay, then you double pay. You're on your own billing cycle. I realize you can't be biased on one direction now. Exactly. So my old job just called and begged me to come back to work too. Bidding war, Scar. There you go. Yeah, let's see here. So Spy's just kind of screwing around like we thought it would. Nothing too crazy going on here. Netflix came up, just kind of tapping that little bit of resistance here. But that is probably going to wrap it up for me today, guys. Shout out to all you guys that came in here. Shout out to all you guys in our group. Some of you new people. Can't wait to see you in there. We'll get you guys caught up to speed. Again, we'll see you on that live stream later in the day today with me and Gabe. Remember, he's fully ready to, even if his internet comes out and gets chopped off, he's still gonna make it back for the stream. So again, guys, I will see you guys back in there. Probably hang out with you guys a little bit. There's that link. Come have fun with us. Hit that like button on the way out. And peace. Happy printing, team.